What state are you fellers from?
We all from Tennessee. How about y'all?
We're from Ohio.
I never spoke to nobody from Ohio before.
Not since Gone with the Wind has a motion picture presented with such force and fire an historic incident. The Red Badge of Courage is an essay in pure bravery. The story of a raw young recruit who overnight becomes a man through a baptism of fire. This is a motion picture about people, great people, blood brothers, their lives, their dreams.
Wished I had my dog along. First time I ever went hunting without my old dog.
The Red Badge of Courage digs deeply into the heart of humanity as it reflects the warmth and humor, the fears and brave deeds of fighting men, such as the boy, played by Audie Murphy, the loud soldier, Bill Malden, the cheerful soldier, Arthur Honeycutt, and this is John Durkee speaking. I play the tall soldier.
Jim,
Yeah?
how do you think the regiment will do?
Oh, they'll fight all right once they get into it.
We'll be on them like wildcats. They won't know what hit them.
Think any of the boys will run?
There may be a few of them run, but there's them kind in every regiment, especially when they first goes under fire.
Yesterday, when things started getting hot, I was mighty scared.
We all was.
Yeah. But I lit out.
You mean you ran away, Henry?
The Red Badge of Courage was written by Stephen Crane in 1894. From the moment it was published, it was accepted by critics and public alike as a classic story of war and of the boys and men who fought war. Stephen Crane wrote this book when he was a boy of 22. Its publication made him a man. His story is of a boy who, frightened, went into a battle and came out of it a man with courage. More than that, it is a story of many frightened boys who went into a great civil war and came out as a nation of united, strong, and free men. The narration you will hear spoken consists of quotes from the text of the book itself. Spring, 1862. The bloody war between the states. Tales of great movements shook the land. Marches, sieges, conflicts. But for the untried army on the Rappahannock, war was simply a matter of waiting. Waiting and endless drilling.
I'll dig some worms and go fishing.
The fish ain't biting.
I know it, but there's nothing else to do.
Now that my tent's got a plank floor, it's comfortable as home. All I need's a rocking chair, just like to sit and rock.
How's things?
Just like they was yesterday and the day before. Like they'll be tomorrow, probably.
Well, now, I wouldn't be too sure about tomorrow if I was you.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing.
Sure you mean something. Come on, tell me like a good feller.
Can you keep it to yourself?
Of course I can.
Well, I know a fella that's got a brother that's an orderly up at division headquarters. And this fella's brother saw some orders last night, and them orders said this here army's going up the river, cut across, and come around in behind the Rebs.
Thunderation.
Yeah, you just wait. Tomorrow you're going to see the biggest battle you ever saw. You just wait.
Hey, fellers. Hey, fellers. The army's gonna march. We're going up the river, cut across, and come around in behind the Rebs.
It's a lie, that's all it is, a thundering lie. I don't believe this darned old army's ever gonna move.
Well, you can believe it or not, just as you like. I don't give a hang.
Well, I believe you, and I'll tell you why. I just finished laying a plank floor for my tent. I held off all winter because I figured the army was going to move. But come spring, I decided we was here for good. So I set about making that plank floor. I reckon that's all it took to get things moving.
What's up, Wilson?
No more drilling, Bill. It's all behind us. From now on, it's going to be out and out fighting.
What are you talking about?
Feller I know up at headquarters saw the orders. We're going up the river, cut across, and come around in behind them.
Well, what I don't understand is why we're going upriver instead of down, where the land's flat and cleared. Us and the Rebs could stand up to each other and have a proper fight. This way, it's all hills. We'll do more climbing than we'll fight.
You just don't understand nothing, Bill Porter, about things like a fist fight. Armies don't take off.
There was a youthful private who was deeply troubled by the talk of his comrades. They were so sure of their courage.
Have you heard the news, Henry?
You mean about the battle?
Yeah, we're going up the river, cut across, and come around in behind them.
Oh, like it's not this story will turn out just like all them others did.
Not much you won't. You just wait till tomorrow. You're going to see fighting that's real out and out fighting.
What do you think, Jim?
I can't believe they mean to keep drilling us forever, and it's getting nigh onto that.
Jim,
Yeah?
how do you think the regiment will do?
Oh, they'll fight all right once they get into it.
We'll be on them like wildcats. They won't know what hit them.
Think any of the boys will run?
There may be a few of them run, but there's them kind in every regiment, especially when they first goes under fire. But the boys come a good stock mostly. I figure they'll do better than some, worse than others.
We'll chew them up and spit them out in little pieces.
Did you ever think you might run too, Jim?
Well, I thought it might get too hot for Jim Conklin in some of them scrimmages. If a whole lot of the boys started to run, I suppose I'd start and run. If I once started to run, I'd run like the mischief, and no mistake. But if everybody was a-standing and a-fighting, I'd stand and fight. By Jiminy, I would. I'll bet on it.
What's the matter, Henry? You scared?
Scared? Me? Of course not. What a dumb fool question.
I am, a mite.
So they were at last going to fight. Tomorrow, perhaps, there would be a battle. And he would be in it. Was it possible that he would be a part of a great battle in a great war? In the darkness, he saw visions of 1,000-tongued fear. It would babble at his back and cause him to flee.
Who goes there?
Me, Yank. Just me. Move back into the shadows, Yank. Unless you want one of them little red badges. I couldn't miss you standing there in the moonlight.
Are you a Reb?
That's right. I don't see much point in us sentries shooting each other, especially when we ain't fighting no battle. So if you'll just get out of the moonlight, I'll be much obliged to you.
Thanks, Reb.
Now, that's mighty polite of you, Yank, to thank me. I take it most kindly you're a right dumb good feller. So take care of yourself and don't go getting one of them little red badges pinned on you.
Shoulder! Shift!
No more drilling, he says. That's all behind us now.
Round!
From now on, it's going to be out and out fighting, he says.
Huh!
Who says? Why, Tom Wilson.
What Tom Wilson? Arms that? Pull!
The one that knows everything in the world.
Oh, that Tom Wilson. You can all go.
Road!
We can all go up the river, cut across, and come around in behind them.
Just wait till we fall out, Bill Porter. I'll learn you something.
Private Wilson, step forward. Is that you talking ranks? Speak up!
Darn it all, Lieutenant.
Answer yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Private Wilson, 6 hours extra duty. Fall back. Arms that. 4, 2, dismiss!
I want a word with you, Porter.
All we ever do is drill. I'm getting mighty sick of it. Thunder, I joined up to fight. I smell gun smoke for once. What are these here guns for anyway? To shoot or to drill with? Might as well be broomsticks.
Oh, we'll get our marching orders one of these days, and I reckon when that day comes, it'll be soon enough.
Not for me, it won't.
Wish I was as full of fight as some of you fellas. Guess I just ain't high-spirited enough to be a good soldier.
Hey, fellas! Tom Wilson and Bill Porter are going to have a fist fight.
Hit him on the nose, Porter.
Give it to him, Wilson.
Looks to me like they're scared of each other.
How about a little action?
What is this, a fist fight or a round dance? Can I have the next ball? Come on, let's see something.
Grab your knapsack! We're marching!
He felt alone in space. No one else seemed to be wrestling with such a terrific personal problem. He was a mental outcast.
Well, what did I tell you? Are we going up the river or ain't we? Who was right, huh? Go on, answer me, you fellas who was doing all that laughing.
You was right, Wilson. Nobody can deny that.
I heard some officers talking, and they said we had the Rebs just about where we want them.
We're going to give them a darn good thumping, I bet. They're going to wish they'd stayed to home.
I hope this here gun shoots straight, that's all.
Wouldn't worry about that gun if I was you. I'd worry about how steady I was holding it.
Wished I had my dog along. First time I ever went hunting without my old dog.
I wonder what the name of this here battle's going to be.
Come, Dave! Huh! Headrest! Go on, miss! Whack him! Hit him with your stick!
How can you tell which one is the pig, miss?
The pig's the cleanest, that's how.
The pig's better looking, too.
We'll trade you, miss, the clean one for the one in uniform. Boy, you say yes, miss. That's the pig. You might not like it. Henry.
What are you doing here?
Thinking?
You're getting blue, my boy. You're looking thundering peaked. What the dickens is wrong with you?
Nothing.
Well, we're going after him now, Henry, and by the eternal thunders, we're gonna lick 'em good. This time we're in for a big battle, and we got the best end of it, certain and sure. Gee, rod, how we're gonna thump 'em.
Oh, you're gonna do great things, I suppose.
Great things? Well, I don't know. Grandpappy fought with Washington. It's in my blood, I reckon.
How do you know you won't run when the time comes?
Run? Me?
Well, plenty of good enough men who thought they was gonna do great things before the fight, but when the time come, they skedaddled.
That's all true enough, I suppose, but I'm gonna do my share of the fighting. The man that bets on my running is gonna lose his money, that's all.
Shucks, you ain't the bravest man in the world, are you?
No, I ain't. I didn't say I was the bravest man in the world either. I just said I was gonna do my share of the fighting, that's what I said. And I am, too. Who are you, anyhow? You talk like you thought you was Napoleon Bonaparte or something.
But you needn't get mad about it.
All right, young man, get back in the ranks and don't lag it behind.
Hold to laying down and shooting from behind a little hill. Wouldn't feel a bit proud doing it. Gonna do my fighting standing up.
Go ahead, fight any way you please.
What kind of a battle is this where fellers lay down to fight? I aim to do my fighting standing up or I ain't gonna fight at all.
You want to get shot, that's your own business.
Well, I sure ain't gonna lay down before I'm shot, and that's all there is to it.
Form your country and move on. Hold in. Hold in. Hold in. Right. Hey. Hold left. Punch.
What are they marching us out of here for? Can't stand this much longer. Don't see any point to it at all.
Me neither. I sure would like to know what's going on. We're being reconnoitered around the center to keep the Rebs from coming too close.
That's to develop them or something.
I'd rather do anything. Mostly go tramping around the country all day, doing no good to anybody and just wearing your legs out.
So would I. It ain't right. I tell you, if anybody with any sense was running
Oh,
this farm-
shut up, you darn little cuss, you little fool. You ain't had that there coat and them pants on for 6 months, yet you talk as if you was George Washington.
On the double! On the double! On the double!
Captain, the Rebs are on that hill over there, and we're going to try and push them off. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Anyway, take your positions on that road down there and hold it whatever happens. You stand, Colonel Science. Expand it.
Here come our landscapes.
Thought you were going to do your fighting. Do your fighting standing up.
Shut your dad-burned mouth.
Listen, it's my first and last battle. Something tells me it's my first and last battle. I'm a gone goose. I just know it. I want you to take this and send it to my folks. They gave it to me last year when I turned 21.
Looks like we're getting a good licking.
They're coming. Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
You've got to hold him back. All right, we'll do our best, sir. Lieutenant, now you mind me. We got to hold no matter what happens. We got to hold.
Yes, Captain. All right, sir. Now, you men mind me. We got to hold. Can you hear me? We got to hold. ready. Hold your fire.
Much bigger through the powder smoke.
Bayonets as thick as a spiked iron fence.
I was so scared my feet was froze.
I never seen a man killed afore.
Lost a pile of men, they did.
We lost some, too.
Who's that?
Gosh, it's Tim Foster.
It was him.
They're carrying in the hurt Rebs.
I hope there won't be no more fighting till a week from Monday.
Less'n I miss my guess, them Rebs got their bellies full.
We showed them some real fighting, all right.
So it was all over at last. The supreme trial had been passed. The red, formidable difficulties of war had been vanquished. He felt that he was a fine fellow. He saw himself even with those ideals which he had considered as far beyond him.
Ball shot off my kneecap. Somebody come help me. Help me, somebody. I can't let go of this tree. Look, a ball shot off my kneecap. Help me, somebody. A ball shot off
like a cow. Looking like a darn cow, it is.
Here, let me find that leg for you.
Bleeding like a cow, it is. Can't seem to stop her from bleeding.
Here they come again!
Coming at us.
The youth stared. Surely he thought this impossible thing was not about to happen. He waited as if he expected the enemy to suddenly stop, apologize, and retire bowing. It was all a mistake.
men like everything. They'll be reaching the woods before we know it. We can't have that. They'll be worn out before they're committed. Oh, I'd give my shoulder straps for a fresh brigade. Tompkins, go over and see Taylor. Tell him not to be in such an all-fired hurry. Tell him to stop his brigade on the edge of the woods. Tell him to detach a regiment. Say I think the center will break unless we can give it some help. And tell him to hurry up. Yes, sir.
We've held them, General. We've repulsed the second charge.
Held them, have they? We'll wallop them now. We've got them sure. Jones, right after Tompkins, see Taylor and tell him to go in.
Yes, sir.
Colonel, you inform Winterside.
Yes, sir.
They've held him, by heaven. They've held him. They've held him. Yippee! They've held him. They've held him. Yippee!
The youth cringed as if discovered in a crime. So his regiment had won after all. His imbecile comrades had remained, and their very ignorance had brought them victory. He felt betrayed. He wondered what they would remark when later he appeared in camp. His mind heard howls of derision.
Don't jostle so, Johnson, you fool. You think my leg's made of iron? If you can't carry me decent, put me down and let someone else do it. Say, make way there, can't you? Make way, Dickens. Take it home.
Who does he think he is, some lunkhead of a general?
We ain't sheep. There's the kind that get the privileges. Small wounds, big talk. You just wait. I know you. You ain't gonna get by with your insults. I'll have you all court-martialed.
He regarded the wounded soldiers in an envious way. He conceived persons with torn bodies to be peculiarly happy. He wished that he, too, had a wound, a red badge of courage.
John Brown's body lies a moldering in the grave, but his soul is watching on. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His soul is marching on. John Brown's body lies a moldering in the grave. John Brown's body lies a moldering in the grave. John Brown's body lies a moldering in the grave. His soul is marching
Pretty good fight, wasn't it? Pretty good fight, wasn't it? Done me if I ever see fellas fight so. Laws, how they did fight. I know the boys would be all right once they got square at it. They ain't had no fair chance up to now. But this time they showed what they was. I know they'd turn out this way. You can't lick them boys. No, sir. They're fighters, they be. Where you hit, old boy? Where you hit? Where you hit?
Jim Conklin.
Hello, Henry. Where you been? I thought maybe you got keeled over. There's been thunder to pay today. I was wondering about it a good deal. You know, I was out there, and oh, what a circus. By Jiminy, I got shot. I got shot. I'll tell you what I'm scared of. I'll tell you what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid I'll fall down. And then, you know, them darned artillery wagons. They like as not to run over me. That's what I'm afraid of.
You don't have to worry, Jim. I'll take care of you. I swear I will.
Sure? Will you, Henry?
Sure, Jim, sure.
I've always been a good friend to you, wasn't I, Henry? I've always been a pretty good fella. It ain't much to ask, is it? Just to pull me along out of the road. I'd do it for you, wouldn't I? No. No.
You better get him out of the road, partner. There's a battery coming here. If you move down the road, he get run over for sure. He's a gunner anyhow. In about 5 minutes, you can see. We better get him out of the road.
Jim, come out of the road.
Blazing his green cross.
Oh, it's a thing.
Look where he's running.
Jim, what are you doing?
Jim.
No. No. Don't touch me. Leave me be. Can't you? For a minute?
Jim, what are you doing? What makes you do this way?
No. No. Leave me be.
You were regular Jim Dandy, weren't you? Regular Jim Dandy. I wonder where he got his strength from. I've never seen a man do like that before. You were a regular Jim Dandy.
What's happening over there? What's the matter? What are you running from?
Let go.
Where are you going?
Let go.
What's happening over there?
Let go. You're in a pretty bad fix, son. Well, I'm going your way. Come on, I'll give you a lift. What's your regiment? Volunteers? 304th, I'll bet you.
Maybe there ain't none of us left.
Oh, now, you'd be surprised at how many of you are still alive and kicking. Always seems like more of you is getting killed than there are.
I don't think we're going right.
Oh, you just stick with me now, and I'll find your regiment for you. Well, I wonder who won today, us or the Rebs. Reckon nobody knows, not even the general. Of course, they'll say we won a big victory. Got to keep the people's spirits up back home, especially the women folks. They're mighty apt to get discouraged, what with their husbands and their sons away. Hey, Corporal, that the 304th down there?
Why, I just passed it in that clearing behind me.
You see, what did I tell you? I knew we was going right. By Dad, I gave myself up for dead any number of times. There was so much shooting and hollering going on, you couldn't tell to save your soul which side you was on. It was the most mixed up thing you ever did see. Then when I saw what I did today, I said, there ain't no use worrying about yourself, old boy. Just turn your affairs over to the Lord and go on and do your duty. Then if you get killed, it's his concern. Anyway, dying's only dying. Supposing you don't hear the birds sing tomorrow or see the sun go down, it's going to happen anyway. And you know, son, that thought gave me peace of mind. By the way, you ought to write your folks a letter and tell them you ain't killed. There's your regiment down there. Now, goodbye and good luck, and may the good Lord watch out to you. Oh, happy am I. Oh, happy
Who goes there?
Hello, Wilson.
Henry Fleming.
Yeah, it's me.
Well, old boy. By ginger, I'm glad to see you. I give you up for a goner. I thought you was dead, sure enough.
Well, I've had an awful time. I've been all over, way over on the right. I got separated from the regiment. Terrible fighting over there. And I got shot, too.
Got shot?
Yeah, I got shot in the head.
Poor old boy, why didn't you say so right off? Hold on a minute. I'll call the corporal.
Who you talking to, Wilson? You're the darndest sentinel. Why, hello, Fleming. You here? I thought you was dead hours ago. Where was you?
Over on the right. I got separated.
Yeah, and he got shot in the head, and he's in a terrible fix. I ought to look after him right away.
All right, Wilson. Better take care of him.
It hurts. Hurts like blazes. I'm bleeding all the way here, but it's stopped now, I guess. Terrible pain when I got hit. I must have been unconscious for a long time. I come to, I thought I'd keel over from the hurt it gave me when I started walking. You know, I might have a bullet in the head. A wound like that's likely to be fatal.
Let's have a look at your head, Henry. Maybe it's a bad one. Oh, you're mighty lucky, Henry. It ain't as bad as you feared. You've been grazed by a ball. It's raised a queer sort of a lump, just as if some feller had lammed you on the head with a club. Well, most of it is that in the morning you'll feel that a number 10 hat wouldn't fit you. You might get some other ailments, too. You can't never tell. Still, I don't much think so. It's just a dang good belt on the head and nothing more. I'll have you fixed up in just about a minute. You don't holler nor say nothing. I'm a blacksmith at taking care of ailing folks, and you never even squeaked. You're a brave one, Henry. Most men would have been in the hospital long ago.
Tom.
Yeah?
Jim Conklin's dead.
What? Jim Conklin's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
You don't say. Jim Conklin. Poor cuss. Well, come on, Henry. I'll put you to bed and give you a night's sleep. Just lie down there and get some rest.
Tom.
Yes, Henry?
Did the lieutenant or anyone say anything about me being missing?
No. No, the regiment lost over half its men, and I thought, of course, they was all dead. But laws, they keep coming back till it seems, after all, we didn't lose but a few. They was scattered all over, meandering around in the woods and fighting with other regiments, just like you.
I brought your watch back.
Oh. Thanks.
had performed his mistakes in the dark, so he was still a man.
Well, Henry, what do you think the chances are? You think we'll wallop them?
Not if we don't do a lot better than we done yesterday. Where I was, over on the right, I'd say that we was getting a good pounding.
You think so? I thought we handled them pretty rough.
Not at all. Why, man, you didn't see none of the fight.
Fun compared to what you saw, I guess. Well, maybe we are in for a licking.
Well, Wilson, what's got into you? Day before yesterday, you was gonna lick the whole caboodle all by yourself.
Was I? Perhaps I was.
No, he wasn't either.
Oh, you needn't mind, Henry. I reckon I was a pretty big fool in those days.
You talk like it was years ago instead of day before yesterday.
Seems like years.
Tony, hold in.
We're always being pushed around like rats. Makes me sick. Nobody seems to know where we're going or why we're going. We're kicked around from pillar to post. Tell me, why was we marched into these here woods for? Except to give the Rebs a regular pot shot at us. Come in here and get our legs all tangled up in these cussed briars, and then we begin to fight, and the Rebs have an easy time whipping.
Oh, it'll turn out all right in the end, Henry.
Oh, the devil it will. You ask me, our generals are a bunch of lunkies.
Maybe you think you fit the whole battle by yourself yesterday, Fleming.
No, I don't think I fit the whole battle myself.
You boys shut right up. There's no need wasting your breath in long-winded arguments about this, that, and the other. You've been squawking like a lot of old hens. No need for you to do anything but fight. Get plenty of that in about 10 minutes. I'll never see such gabbling jackasses.
Lieutenant, there's your part of the battle line. Get on it quick and fight like everything. We may be attacked at any minute.
Come on, men. Up on your bellies against that bank. The blood will fire and run forward. Fire! Fire!
Oh, but Daddy, here we are. Everybody fighting. Blood and destruction.
Right at us. They'd better watch out. By Jiminy, if they keep on hitting at us, well, they just better watch out. That's all I say. If they keep on hitting at us, they'll knock us all into the river. Devil, they will.
Was not conscious that he was erect upon his feet. He lost every sense but his hate. For the first time in his life, he was possessed by a great passion, the passion to destroy the enemy. He felt the power of an army in himself. He was a battle cry, a bullet,
A sword.
Women, you fool! You infernal fool, don't you know enough to quit when there ain't nothing to shoot at? Get back in here! By heavens, if I had 10,000 wildcats like you, I could tear the stomach out of this war in less than a week. That's what I could do. By heavens, did you ever see such a wildcat in your life?
You all right, Henry? You feel all right? There ain't nothing the matter with you, Sir Henry.
Get mad. That's all you got to do is to get mad. Get mad and get this war over in a hurry.
Thunder, I bet this army ain't got another regiment like us.
You bet. A woman, a dog, and a walnut tree. The more you beat 'em, the better they be.
I'm just a dying of thirst.
Me too. Maybe there's a creek around here. Way I figured there ought to be one over in those woods. Lieutenant, sir, can me and Fleming go after some water? I think I know where there's a creek.
All right, but don't forget to come back.
Will you take one of these?
Much obliged.
The enemy's forming over there for another charge. It'll be directed against Winterside, and I'm afraid they'll break through there unless we can get in there and stop them.
Well, it'll be the dickens to pay stopping them.
What troops can we spare?
Well, the 12th was ordered in to help the 76th. Well, we haven't really got any. If there's the 304th, they fight like a lot of mule drivers. We can spare them best of any.
We'll get them ready. I'll send you word when to start them. It'll be about 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Not many of your mule drivers will get back.
General himself.
He's talking about us.
How long does it take to get water anyhow? Where you been to? Well, speak up.
We're gonna attack.
Attack? Attack? Who said so? How do you know?
The general said so himself. We heard him. He said the enemy's forming for another charge against Winterside.
And he said they gotta be stopped. He asked the officer what troops he could spare best, and he said the 304th, because we were the...
Anyway, we'll be attacking any minute.
Attack, eh? Attack? Well, by Jiminy, this is what I call real fighting. Attack! Well, by Jiminy!
Well, I'll be darned.
Attack? What for?
Wonder why they picked us.
All right, Lieutenant, get your men set. We're gonna attack.
Let's see a good straight line now, men.
At ease. Good afternoon, boys. Good afternoon, General. We're gonna give the Rebs a darn good licking today, aren't we? What are you having for supper tonight?
Hardtack and sow belly, General.
I'll be around if you fix an extra plate.
Be a great honor, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you, General. Thank you.
At ease. Good afternoon, boys.
Afternoon, General.
We're gonna give the Rebs a good licking today, aren't we, boys? What are you having for supper tonight?
Hardtack and sow belly, General.
I'll be around if you fix an extra plate.
Be a great honor, sir.
Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, hut!
At ease, boys. At ease.
And done.
Good afternoon, Captain. General. What are you having for supper tonight?
Hardtack and sow belly, sir.
Mind if I eat with you tonight?
Be a great pleasure, sir.
All right, boys. After you've licked the Rebs, we'll all have supper
Yes,
together. Good luck. At ease, boys.
And hut!
Howdy, boys. At ease.
Good afternoon,
General.
General.
At ease. Howdy, Jim. Howdy, Corporal. How are those wounds?
Singing some, General, but they're amending.
Fine. Anybody want a chaw?
Yeah. Thank you, General.
You got a hold your cap, Lieutenant.
Bullet hole, sir.
Well, good luck, boys.
Thank you, sir.
Having supper with us tonight, General?
Go to blazes, Corporal. Hark to the Gamecocks. Sound the attack.
Thy will be done, sir.
Soldiers are a bunch of mule drivers! Come on!
They're right on us, Spike Kennedy. Pull up quick and take good aim.
Don't take it too hard, old boy.
I wish I was dead. I just wish I was dead, that's all. He'd probably be dead.
I run out of powder. I'd have killed another Yankee if I'd had powder.
Lucky you weren't killed yourself.
Want a drink of water?
Not Yankee water.
It's Reb water. My canteen, but it's Reb water.
What state are you fellers from?
We all from Tennessee. How about y'all?
We're from Ohio.
I never spoke to nobody from Ohio before.
I never spoke to nobody from Tennessee. What's your name?
Lucius M. Pettigrew.
I'm Bill Porter.
Oh, Fleming, you just ought to heard.
Heard what?
It's the darndest thing. The colonel and the captain was talking, and the colonel says, ahem, he says. Captain Aldworth, by the way, who was the lad that carried the flag? There, Fleming, what do you think of that? Who was the lad that carried the flag, he says. And the captain speaks right up, that's Fleming. That's Fleming, and he's a Jim Hickey, he says. It happened right by us. And the colonel, he says, ahem, he is indeed. He kept the flag way to the front. I saw him. He's a good un, says the colonel. You bet, says the captain. He and a feller named Wilson. They was at the head of the charge and howling like Indians all the time. feller named Wilson, he said.
Oh, go to blazes, Thompson. He never said that.
He did, too. And then the colonel, he says, ahem, were they indeed? My sakes, he says, those two babies? They were, says the captain. Well, well, says the colonel. They deserve to be major generals, he says.
Oh, what a lie.
That's the truth. I heard it myself. We was there, Fleming, and it's just as Thompson told you.
That old colonel's a right smart feller, Henry.
Tom, there's something I just got to get off my chest.
What's that?
Well, yesterday when things started getting hot, I was mighty scared.
We all was.
Yeah. But I lit out.
You mean you ran away, Henry?
Not very far. I only scared for a minute, you understand? Just a minute, and after that, I was that ashamed that I couldn't get back in the fight soon enough. So instead of looking for you fellas, I just threw in over on the right and went to fighting. There now, I told you all there is.
I'm glad you did, Henry, because it makes me feel a sight better. See, I skedaddled myself yesterday when about half the other fellas did. Only the captain caught me and made me stay. I reckon I was more scared of him than I was of the Rebs.
I guess confessing's good for a fella, Tom. What I mean is it's good for the soul. Look! Them's our fellas!
Well, I'll be doggone.
Well, I didn't know any of our fellas was over that way.
Howdy!
Howdy, boys. Seen any Rebs? We're hunting them.
Well, there's a whole passel of Rebs right here a minute ago. We chased them off of the wall.
Do tell. Well, we heard you fellas shooting down this way, but we figured you were shooting at crows.
Crows, huh?
Yeah.
We was fighting a battle.
You hear that, Jake?
What was that?
Well, you darn fools, the battle was over that hill, where we was with Whitterside.
Whitterside? Who's Whitterside?
Why, just the best darn general in the whole Northern Army.
Never heard of him.
Go to the rear and assemble.
All in! All right! Right!
Trouble we went to getting that wall, I'd like to sit by it for a little while.
Is it a fact, Lieutenant? Is the credit for winning this here battle going to old what's-his-name, Whitterside?
Well, it is. Well, thunder, if I'd have known that, it wouldn't have charged nohow.
Anyway, the Rebs didn't win. That's something to be thankful for.
I'm thankful I'm all in one piece.
Me, too. I got holes in my cap, holes in my pants, but there ain't no holes in me except the ones that was intended.
You know, it's mighty pretty country around here. I mean, it would be if they wasn't fighting battles all over it.
Sun's going down.
The days are getting shorter all the time.
Reckon we'll be home for spring planting?
Just listen to them birds.
They don't take no time to tune up and start singing. As soon as the shooting stops and the smoke clears, they're right back at it.
So it came to pass that as he trudged from the place of blood and wrath, his soul changed. He had been to touch the great death and found that after all, it was but the great death. Scars faded as flowers, and the youth saw that the world was a world for him. He had rid himself of the red sickness of battle. The sultry nightmare was in the past. He turned now with a lover's thirst to images of tranquil skies, fresh meadows, cool brooks, an existence of soft and eternal peace.